creative industry is really a mix of all this chapalang, okay? It's actually what I call rojak, all mixed together in one, to call it an industry. Now, I've been calling this class open source brand. You guys have never asked me, I've never really said it, but today I'll tell you, okay? When I came out with this word open source brand, I was thinking very much of the creative industry coming together as a rojak. So what I did about 2 years ago is I proposed an idea to the Singapore government that we bring all the industry to come together rather than what they are doing now, which is taking care of the arts, the design, and the media separately, to come together as something that we can't really pin it down, but it's more of an industry rather than vertical sectors. So what I did is I brought together about 12 different companies, right? Each one having their own different areas of interest. For example, Mr. Benny Ong, he's into fabric design. He works with fabric weavers in Laos to create a design that you see up there, and he sells these fabric to retail shops. He has a corner at the Raffles Hotel, the Raffles shop, and then he sells these fabric to different fashion houses, to different manufacturers, and he works with different types of company to come up with these design. And he has recently exhibited in SAM, Singapore Arts Museum, his work, as well as he's planning to exhibit in London and some part of Europe. So the idea is to bring together a handful of creative people from different sectors to come together and come up with a brand. We call it Rojak, okay? And we describe the brand as an open source brand, meaning everyone under this brand can adapt this Rojak brand for their own use. So it becomes an open source brand. Nobody owns it, but everybody owns it. Okay, so in the case of Benny, he will use the Rojak brand to come up with a line of fabrics, okay, that he can use. Now within this group of people, there will be no other fashion or fabric designer. Meaning within this group, there are other kinds of creative people. Now the problem that I'll go back to this slide. The problem with this is that when National Arts Council people bring all the fabric artists together in one room, you know what? They're all competitors. When media development people bring all the animators and all the filmmakers in one room, guess what? They're all potential competitors. When Design Singapore bring all the designers into one room, they're all competitors. Okay? So there's a flaw to this thinking. Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. That you guys, when you get out there, all the guys in the same trade, you are either going to be partners or you're going to be competitors. It's very clear. Okay? So what I'm trying to advocate here is that start now. Okay? Start now. Instead of the same trade people working together, look for each other from different trades and work together. Alright? Start to think about that, because this is happening. Now, what I've initiated for the 12 companies from different fields has now spawned into 30 different types of industry, all working together under the brand Rojak. So we have people from toy to music to fashion design to product design, people in space design, they design different architecture space, publishing, even this guy, he actually create special cocktail, and people actually pay him to create a recipe of cocktail which they own. We have a site called rojakcity.com. Now, what is interesting is after we came up with this idea, we decided that we want to showcase it to the public. So what we decided, and we came together as a collective group, and we thought, what is the best way to showcase what we have? So we decided that we're going to build a structure using shipping containers. Okay? And then what we did is that we actually rented the place at Orchard. Okay? This was 2006. We did a 10-day showcase. So it basically is a space that we have container and some truss structure, and we'll build it around. Okay? Now the idea is that within this space we will be able to showcase about a dozen different kinds of product within the space. We actually paid for the shipping containers, retrofit the shipping containers. The idea is that each of the container would display different concepts, right? But when they come together, they will all weave together as one idea. Right? We even outside we put Singapore export, then we put the word Rojak. These are the specs. So actually what we did is we took a container, we cut it open one side, right? Then we stack it up. This is the interior space. So what we did is we actually designed a very cozy, self-contained container. Within the space, we actually put in the performer, design, lighting, video, right? Then what we did is the cocktail just now we mentioned, we actually came out with our own cocktail called Rojak. And the cocktail was actually served to the guests during the 10 days. Now what we did is during that 10 days, we invited about 500 people from the corporate industry. That means people from Microsoft, to Oracle, to Singtel, to StarHub. We invited them to come and experience what this thing is about. So as you can see the fabric just now, so we hung the fabric to showcase them. Everything in the container is for sale. Okay? So there were performance. What we did is we brought in traditional Chinese performance together with jazz. So we created a fusion music called Rojak. So you can see like new old ideas coming together. Now there was a lot of discussion. We invited people from the creative industry to come in and discuss about possibility of working together. Yeah? Now, what we are going to do from here onward is that what you saw just now inside the container, we are now in the midst of planning to build 36 container block. Okay, where you see the model here. And the idea is that this container is going to be mobile. Okay, we're going to move it from Singapore to Malaysia to Indonesia to China. And within this space, we will duplicate what we have done before. That means there will be performance inside, there will be like a mini bar inside, there will be drinks, there will be designer wear and things like that in there. And all this is actually shipping containers coming together. So what we did is inside is a shipping container, and we built layers of skin, right? With a scaffolding, with a system that is inbuilt. All this has been already worked out. If all the systems are in place. So it looks good, yeah? But this is what we envision the thing to become. So the thing about this is that we can reconfigure the plans. Okay, right now we have about 6 different modules. What you see here is a block. We also have an L shape. We have a T shape. Right? It's according to the site that we are going to.